What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, pre-hump day to everybody. It's
Yep.
it's your boys, Dustin and Raven Rock.
What's up,
Sorry, I'm a little
guys?
bit thirsty. And my man Jeff Customs RC. How is everybody doing tonight? Show a round of emojis if you're having a good early week so far.
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
So we got. Let me turn that phone off. We've got Mr. Jermaine. Thanks for he just texted me. We got James from Motion, Mr. George Watch, Nathaniel Pulling, Randy, I just got here, Wild Bill, Eric Shadow Ops, Tim Tuan, Victor Shameless, Craig Beaver. What is going on? Mr. Fire Booty,
Yeah, what's up, Ray?
Chris Christie, Joseph Youngblood.
Thanks, Keith. I appreciate it, man. It's been a great day. Just happy to be here another day, man.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Man, that was a awesome. I don't know if you've seen the measurement picture that James put out because a lot of people are asking about the.
Yeah,
That was pretty slick.
that is sweet, isn't it? It's nice. Good
I'd
picture.
be like, I need to know the from the tip of uh, the tube on the nose to the furthest most point, the trailing edge of the wing.
Yeah,
Because Mars like that's you got all the measurements other than that.
that's right, man. That's right.
But
Sure.
yeah, guys. So if you didn't catch, I finally went out and flew some jets. First time since
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Um, finally. So
I only
that was
got him there,
awesome.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finally. It was like the one weekend where it did not have anything going on in terms of family stuff to do. I mean, it was a good
It was
time.
hot.
It was
It was
hot.
hot. I think my boy sweat like I ain't never seen nobody sweat before, man. I mean, I was like, man, we got to keep you hydrated because his like shirt was wet. He was like drenched, man. I was like,
Dude, my
and
underwear was stuck to
I
me.
told him to keep hanging out with me. I'm gonna get him a tan, guys. We're working on him a tan. So,
Yeah, I don't
but
look
no,
tan here. I look red. I look
no, not now.
red.
You don't look red now. You look red on Sunday when you left the field.
Look, here's
Uh,
red. Look, you can't even see the pin cap. It's gone. I'm red.
No, but seriously, my man did some awesome flying this weekend, guys. He flew the snot out of the L-39. He's got some videos of that one. Did some good flying of that Mirage, guys. I hope you've seen it. It's a great maiden. Um, he worked it out, man. Tell what'd you think of it, Dustin? Give us some feedback on that, man.
So the yeah, started out flying the what was the first plane I flew that day?
You flew
F
the
six.
F-16
That's right.
first.
Yeah, the F-16 E flight flew that first to get my sea legs again. L-39, and it was just so hot by the day. I had the F-22. I'm like, look, if you can fly the L-39, you know, I know I can fly the F-22. F-22 is a baby, just like the L-39. So I put the Mirage up. That thing is just blazing fast. I did not go into full throttle other than takeoff, and after that, it was my first Delta. So it's weird. Um, it's a weird feeling, if you will. It's very slippery. I did have no gyro. The wind was blowing up high, which I was flying at, or at the altitude I was flying at. Um, and I kept the first flight. I kept fighting myself as far as trimming it, and then I realized I wasn't trimming the rudder, so I was having a slight roll, regardless of what I was doing, and that would turn out to be the rudder. Um, but all in all, I mean that's a fast jet, and it's a fun jet because if you like a mild challenge, I say mild because I didn't do anything like I didn't do really a barrel rolls or loops. I was just doing just a circuit just to get used to it. Um, but there was that one time that I thought I might lose it, and that was the time that was the second flight. I did go full throttle, came around the turn, full throttle down the runway, and like just kept getting it, and like that bird got small quick.
Yeah, dude.
And it's one of those things where you see it, and you gotta trust what you're doing. Like, all right, rolled left, pulled elevator to make that turn. Okay, now I'll see a different profile. I'll see the bigger profile, so I know I'm in the turn. Profile gets bigger, all of a sudden it starts to get smaller, so I know I'm coming back around. And once it gets small again, it's coming at you. You start to see the wings roll out of it. Okay, we're coming back. And it's one of those jets where you gotta stay. It makes you keep you on your toes a little bit, so it's fun in that aspect to me. Um, Very cool jet, high alpha for days type, being the Delta wing. Um, I just gotta get out there and just fly it more and get kind of a, I don't necessarily call it the kinks, but it's mostly me getting used to that platform because again, it's the first Delta, but it's
You handled your
it's
business, man. I
fast
mean,
as hell, and I
looked
love
good.
it.
Soon as he rolled out with it, guys, it was like he rolled out, and if you notice in the video, it immediately went left, and he was on it immediately, and he started getting it, getting some altitude. I could hear him over there clicking a little bit, kind of getting his stuff. I didn't want to say a whole lot until he kind of got it together. But yeah, he handled it, man. And once he got it dialed in, um, he did some nice passes. It sounded amazing. And like he said he wasn't even in it. Um, and it was still getting it. I mean, it was all I could do to keep up with it. But it really presented well in the air. It looked nice. That looks like another one that would probably be able to do some really nice high alpha as well, Dustin,
Oh
once you
yeah,
get it figured out.
that and the MiG 21, and even like the F-16. F-16 has somewhat of a delta wing design to it, not like a full delta wing, but you can really do a high alpha. And now since the Mirage is the 80 millimeter plane, but like at a 70 millimeter body, airframe body, now you've got the end runner. It yeah, it has a higher weight to ratio, thrust to ratio, to really get into it. And if you wanted to possibly do like some 3D stuff,
Yeah.
um, I mean, it's like Alpha. Alpha's a expert pilot, and in his videos, he's making it hover and do like Harrier maneuvers and stuff. So maybe, hopefully, get there at some point. But
Yeah.
using that Roaring Top 3700 with that end runner, it does CG out perfectly with a 5000. You don't have to do any carving of the foam. You can carve out the hatch a little bit, the canopy hatch a little bit, but other than that, it's really just put the battery in it and roll out with a 5000. Um, but
Well, that,
3700, that had some punch to it. It's a fun plane. Like I said, you just gotta stay on your toes the first time around. You have it out there. Um,
in case you guys hadn't seen it on, I think Dustin posted it on Facebook today, a clip that we recorded this weekend as well of the L39. Um,
yeah.
my my man was doing some 3D with the L39. I was like, wow, he was killing it. And then he came right over my head, guys. And I mean, it was like, it's hard for you to probably tell, but I was like on my knees on the runway, and he came like over my head within probably a foot and a half. And I was like, okay. So that was cool. And like dead sticking it. It was awesome though.
Well,
Um,
the thing
so
was,
yeah,
is as I was coming in for that landing, I didn't hear you move, and I was trying to like glance over. I didn't see you move, so that's when I rolled on the throttle a little bit to to keep that altitude. Because if I came down any more, you would have been, I would have hit
yeah.
you.
That's what I'm saying, man. I was like, whoa, and it came right over my head. It was so cool. I loved it,
That was a
man.
cool shot, man. That was a really cool shot. Um, but yeah, I'm still grinning ear to ear with that Mirage. I knew it was gonna be small jet. I didn't know how small, but yeah, I mean we compared it to the E-flite F-16, and I think the wingspan of the E-Flight is right there together. The E-Flight F-16 is a little bit longer, I believe, from like tip to tip type, right?
Yep.
Um, I mean, I think it just boogies out, as my dad says. It would just boogie the hell out. Great speed on it. But you can fly it at all different types of throttle, right? You don't have to
Yeah.
be flying it fast, like uppers in the 75 to 100% throttle range. I mean, like I said, I was holding half throttle all the whole time. Brought it down, and we had what 396, 394 sales. It was like it's going back up. I did like 3 or 4 more circuits with it, and then brought it down again. So it was fun time, great time.
Yeah, it was some good flying, man, and
Thank you.
it was funny, guys, and I will say this too, because I was gonna fly mine. I think was it me first. I was gonna fly the F-16 by E-Flight, and Dustin was gonna film it, and I took off, guys, and I mean that jet flies incredibly well, and I'm flying it with a 4,000, and took off, and I guess the density altitude was just really high on Sunday. Man, I couldn't lift. And I thought, well, is it me? And so finally, I boarded the takeoff, went and got my plane, brought it back. Well, then Dustin went to fly his, and his did the same thing. So I was like, well, good. I'm glad it didn't just mine. Um, but we finally got him up in the air a little bit later, and it was really nice. So yeah, we had a good time with those. And Ray, I got the fiery booty in, as you can see. It looks amazing. Thank you, man, for getting that out to me. Now I've got to get it in this one. I got to get it in that one. I mean, I got a lot to do, man. So, yeah,
Oh
got a
man,
lot to do.
I know the damn post office is going to be the death of me because somehow I've got some special screws. Or they're made actually. The threads are for plastic. If you look at like wood screws versus like plastic screw threads, they are different. What FreeWig includes is plastic threads, and so I'm not gonna put wood threads in a plastic thread because it actually will tear up the threads that's already into the plastic, right? So I had some hardware, different links, get mixed in together. So I'm putting these kits together for the F-14, right? I'm already behind because of logistics for material. It's just you think COVID, the whole logistics with COVID, you think things are on the mends, like everything's getting better. Then all of a sudden it's like curveball. And so with the start putting these kits together, I'm like, okay, cool. Ran out of screws. I ordered screws 2 weeks ago, and they're supposed to be here today. It says they're delivered. And they're not. I'm like,
Hey,
I got people asking like,
I don't even have my parts from this dude, man. I mean, so come on, guys. It's crazy, right? Everything's
use a
crazy.
little different. Use a little different.
Right.
But that's just, I mean, everything's done. All the machining's done. I'm ready to roll out. I just
Yeah.
pushed that cabinet in or that drawer in. Now it's rolled back out. It's got a mind of its own. I guess it just wants to be out.
Hey, Dustin, Shadow Ops, Eric was saying, ask about anybody living near Pensacola.
What's going on in Pensacola?
I'm not exactly sure, Eric. Give me a little more background there, man.
Florida. I have no idea.
We'll say this too, guys. Again, I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Dave's RC. Bam, as you guys can see, F-14 in effect. That's as far as I've gotten though. But I mean, hey, as far as I've gotten on anything really. So, and to me, it's not a great time of year to be flying jets. I saw what that F-16 did this weekend. Didn't want to roll out. Dustin's Mirage did very well. My friend Brian Barron Walker, he flew his BBM Bobcat. They don't care. They don't care what the density altitude is, at least from what I saw with that. Uh, he was doing passes down the flight line that would peel your hair back. He was killing it. I'll have some of that video out soon as well. Dustin and I were checking it
Yeah.
out. And yes, I do have the fiery booties for the F-14 from Ray, Mr. Guniac 33. I'll be putting those in as well. They'll be looking awesome. Yeah, I got a lot to do, man. I mean, I want to get this one here up. I want to get that one up. You know, the other MiG that'll be here mid-September. I want to get this E-Flight right here, this A10, man. I hear that's a beast. I want to get that one up. I got to get the AL-37.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, at least I got projects. You know what I mean? I mean, you know.
You got project all right.
It is good. It's like my buddy said this weekend. I want you to get that SU up. I'm like, man, I want to. It's just time, you know.
Right. It's always the time factor, man. It's always the time factor.
It is.
But it's like me. I can't leave well enough alone. Like, I got the package. I got the notification late Friday saying that your Mirage has arrived. And it's not the Mirage. It's the Mirage, right? It's French. So you got to have that spin to it,
La
right?
Mirage. Yeah.
And I had that son of a gun together. I don't know. If I didn't have the glue apart, I would have it together
Nice.
like in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
RC Roland, I am trying to get you a picture. I know I got it on my phone, so I'm gonna have to email it to myself so I can put it on the screen here. But it's just like shelving units you get at Lowe's, and with the arm, you just put like pipe insulation over the arms to help.
Yeah. What are you making? What are you talking about? A stand?
I'm talking about the Mirage system I've got in the shop that holds the planes
Oh,
up.
that's like what I got up here above my head. I don't know if you guys can see any of that. I'll pan up a little bit. I've got well, they go on. They keep going. This is all PVC as well, and they hold all those. And then there's one. There's planes all around this garage, guys. But yeah, it's a problem. I've got them in the bedroom. I got them in the trailer. I've got them everywhere. It's like I have a problem.
Well,
Could
it's
be
like,
worse problem.
well, it's like now I've got to. I have one less high wing to fly, so I got to figure out what I'm gonna do about that.
Yeah.
But it was a good. Yes, I don't understand without a subject. It's good. So hopefully, that's my good. That's.
It is a good problem to have, George. Like I said, you've always got projects, man. Always got stuff. The weather's bad, or it's cold. You know, because it's going to get cold again. You got plenty of stuff to work on, plenty of things to do. As much as I love to detail and this and that, which now that new MiG, there ain't much to have to do. You know, I mean, that plane is just like, it's perfection, man. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't think Alpha and Motion RC could have done any better from what I've seen, and I don't think James could have done a better job presenting it. It's beautiful, James. You did a great job last week. Me and several friends were tuned in live for the show, and I truly enjoyed it. Hence the reason you got to click that button, man. I mean, you know, but yeah, it was beautiful, man. Wow, home run. If it flies as good as it looks, and I couldn't imagine why it wouldn't with the gear, that's going to be the plane of the year. I think that one would win the award. The A10 by Freewing, to me personally, was one of the best free-wing jets that Ocean RC ever put out. And I think this MiG is going to be right there with it as far as a home run.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely, man. Look at it. One, the size, right? Two, the cost, like for what you're getting, and then
yeah,
three, with
absolutely.
all the stuff that Alpha is doing extra, like the 3D parts, like that's a
Yes,
freebie. Um,
yes,
most of us have 3D printers, and for ones that don't, there at least there's somebody that they know that can 3D print stuff for them. If you don't, I got a 3D printer, so I'm able to help you out there.
yeah,
And even down like to the landing gear,
incredible.
yeah, and like treaded tires, for example. I don't think there's another plane, and correct me if I'm
Well,
wrong on this.
the A10 has treaded tires, I believe.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say. Other than the A10, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
of any.
Well, that's why I mean, James covered all the bases from the build, the plane, the everything, the scheme. I don't think he could have done a better show, James. And having Alpha there was incredible as well to fill in any blanks. Um, you guys definitely hit a home run on Friday with that one. And then the Jet was the special guest of honor. Personally, just work of art, beautiful. And I saw a couple of guys in a couple of different forums. I think it was on Facebook. Some of them were saying, well, it's kind of pricey. Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something now. Personally, uh, the A10 is $600. The F14 is right at $600. And, they're only getting better and better all the time. The scale's getting better. The gear's getting better. Everything's getting better. And I think for the price of that plane and the size, it's as big as an HSD F16, in my opinion. From what I've seen, that George Watts might could chime in on that. I know he has one. Pilot Ryan has one. But guys, come on. The HSD F16 is what, $1,000 with no gyro. You put a
Mm-hmm.
Cortex in that, you're talking $1,250 for the Cortex with
Right.
everything. Then you got to put your batteries. I mean, come on, guys. For half the price, a jet this big and flies probably as good as this one does. I don't think you're going to get that deal anywhere else except for Motion RC. And you know, I just I personally I think it's a hell of a deal for the plane. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, James. For those that don't know, Alpha's going live on Twitch, which I think is like another like YouTube channel almost. I believe. I don't know. I've got a friend over in Belgium that does it. He makes CNC keyboards, which I did not even know was a thing. There's a guy local to me that does it as well. So we're always talking about machining and like, hey, we have this problem or we have this issue. How can we fix this? But Alpha's going live, designing some parts in CAD, and yeah, I know he didn't think about any other channel. That's totally cool. Let Alpha do Alpha. That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with it because I'm gonna watch it later.
Exactly.
Um, in it, but RC Roland, are you still with us? Because I got a picture ready to go. I just want to
True.
make sure that
True.
you're here so I can go to it real quick and turn it on so you can see it. Um, but man, I just can't get over the size of it. I would buy one right now if I knew I had time to fly it, and I gotta get my sea legs back. Cause like flying RC planes, it's like flying a bike, riding a bike. You
It
don't
is.
forget how to do it, but you get to find things that make you a better rider, right? And you just gotta kind of just get into it. But here you go, RC rolling. You can see that I've got PVC pipe that I stripped down the center. That way I could put it over the arms here. And then what I did is I drilled a hole in the arms, and there's a hole in the arm, and so there's a string that goes through the PVC pipe, through the hole of the arm, and then I tie it. That way the PVC pipe can't come off the arms, no matter what happens. You have to cut the string. Um, and then just the installations over it. Oh, and this is actually the plane I sold. Hmm.
Imagine that. So now you have a free space. You have a free space now.
Well, and yeah, I sold the F-18 to Dave Marshall. So that's 2 planes in 2 months.
That's it. So see, that means you have to buy 4 planes.
Well, I used the funds from the F-18 for the Mirage
Yeah.
on it. So I hope that helps you, RC Roland.
Yeah.
But
I mean, always got to fill the spaces. I mean, that's just how it works. You got to have stuff too. Hey, Mr. Rich Baker, glad to
what's
have you
up,
here
Rich?
tonight. Good to see you, man.
My cat
Rich
is
has been
beating
putting
at
out
the
some
door.
good videos too, guys. Instagram's doing well. We're trying to get Rich to 20,000. He's a little over 18,000 right now, guys. So if you haven't subscribed, please do it.
Yeah.
And check out his channel because Rich is killing it, man. He's putting out some great videos. And Steve's actually flying now. I saw Steve flying.
Yeah.
Which is giving him the flight time there. So awesome job, Steve, man. Good to see you flying, buddy.
Yep. 'Cause he's always been Rich's cameraman, and so you finally got him in the spotlight. The roles got reversed, and great flying. Absolutely great flying.
Yeah, man. That was killer.
So, Rich, are you at home or are you flying? No, there's this great pilot channel. I think it's called 77 Gear. Let me look it up real quick. And anyway, he does these videos, and he could be like in Seoul, South Korea, or London, UK, and he shows a picture of where he's at, and you'll guess in the comments, and whoever has like the first right answer like wins some swag or something to that effect. It's pretty cool, and he always talks about being a pilot. That's gonna bug me now that I can't remember. But like I said, I want to say it was 747 Gear. But so which plane are you actually going to put together? Do you know yet?
Well, like I said, I'd like to get this because I got to get my parts from a certain guy, and for this one here, and I want to get Mr. Dave's RC himself on the show if he would so do us the honor.
Yeah, I called him today. I know I said I'd call him Sunday. Well, that didn't happen because anytime I go to Jeff's, it's like, all right, it's gonna be like a half a day. It takes an hour and a half to get there. Then of course we gotta unload, charge with the battery because I'm not one of those that charges batteries at night. I never am. So I charge batteries as I'm getting my planes ready. Then we got talking. So here it is, like 2.5 hours later. Neither of us have like flown yet. We're like, we might need to get up in the air and fly before we actually can do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's you're 100% right. Who said it? Charlie. It's 7.4 Gear. That's a great channel to check out if you're interested, like in airline pilots. It's some pretty cool stuff as well. Oh, we got Kenny in the house. What's up, Mr. Kenny?
Nephew.
Mr. Kenny Rogers. Oh man.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, buddy? Good to have you, man. As always. But no, like I said, I'd like to get Mr. Dave's RC himself up here maybe next week if he would so do us the privilege and possibly unbox this thing and just check it out, look at it. I got to get my parts from that certain guy though that's kind of holding me up with some things I got to get done.
What are you talking about, man? Look, I could like. I could Star Trek the parts to you right now, right? Beam me up, Scotty. I could do that, and they would still be sitting there, just like that SU-30's been sitting there for how many weeks now? Same with the A-10. Same with the airliner.
At least I got him.
Hey,
him.
Who's the guy that got the plane on Friday? Who's the guy that made it on Sunday?
That's right. That's right. And had a good one too. Yeah.
I gotta bust your balls when I can.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah. Crazy. Like I said, I swear, between weather, hurricanes, yard cleanup, working.
Earthquake. Don't forget the earthquake.
Yes.
North Carolina had an earthquake. I'm like, 2020, I give up. Just Just take me now.
I'm telling you, right? Like, aliens are coming next, man. You didn't hear? We dodged the killer wasp, and now it's going to be aliens. So you got to But hey, I guess we could fly our planes and drones around them. That would be okay. Um,
James James says the dust must be caked on top, must be substantial.
yeah, I'm telling
Man.
you, man. It's like I do dust occasionally in here. It's not well. Look, there. Well, I don't know if you see. There is a little bit. See, that's actually sawdust. But I do look. I work for the wife too now. I'm doing stuff for her. I'm gonna tell you guys something. My wife won't tell you this, but I will, and I will show you this on my phone. My wife does some of the most beautiful work you guys will ever see. And if your wife needs anything, she needs something for the kitchen. Let me show you what my wife makes. These are absolutely gorgeous. These are called charcuterie boards. Can we all say that together?
No.
Charcuterie.
Without laughing.
Okay? All right. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're handmade, and she CNC's names. Those were actually that's one with a name in it. You can see that. The one I showed you earlier has divots for your shot glasses. They are a hot item right now, guys. Everybody loves them, and men that cook, women, they're hot right now. So she does beautiful work with those. Definitely check them out. If you'd like one, let me know. But yeah, I mean, dude, look, it's like somebody said to me the other day, you don't work but 3.5 days a week. I said, I'll tell you what, walk in my shoes, and I'll be glad to show you what I do in 7 days. And between a child, a business, another business, airplanes, YouTube, hey, I'm starting to sound like Pilot Ryan now, aren't I? But no, guys, it is.
Dennis Farley says excuses and buttholes. Jeff, you know it.
Yes, I'm telling you. Hey, I got to keep the wife happy. I got to keep the kid happy. Everybody's happy,
Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah.
I had to turn my camera off because my camera just was like, screw you, I'm not focusing on you. It just became like it's one of those shots where you take a picture and the thing closest to you is in focus, but behind you is a blur. Yeah, that's what my camera was doing. Gotta love technology. Oh yeah.
Always got a plug, man. Always got a plug, Yeah.
Right on, right on. The where is my I thought I had them because I had some, or no, I don't have them. I don't have them here. I had bought this little case for my SD cards because I kept losing my SD cards, and you know what? I still lose my SD cards.
As long as they don't have your nudie pictures or anything on there, you're good, I guess.
No, I just put those on the cloud. So somebody hacks the cloud. It's like they're gonna
your
be like,
midget
ooh,
stripper, something like that,
what are you talking about? That's Dave's. That's Dave's RC thing, man.
That's Kenny's, man.
Man, can you imagine them two at the bar together? That would be one hell of a show. That's a show idea. If you guys do it, I want in on the super chats. Right? I'm trying to see.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all. What is?
So what did you guys? What did anybody else fly this weekend? Anybody get any good flying in this weekend? Did you build anything? What you work on?
Dude, look at James over here for motion flexing. He arrived at the field with 4 fully charged 4,000s, 4 5,000s, 4 4,100s, and 4 6,000s. I would flex, but I ain't got no pistols. I ain't got no guns. I got guns behind me, but I ain't got none of these guns.
That is.
I ain't James, man. He's out there to do work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
was like, that was like me though Sunday when I had my charger and everything set up. I'm charging all these packs. Everyone's like, "Damn, we need to put a new power meter in for him over here." I'm like, "What?" I mean, you know, I'm pulling it, man. I mean, it's like you feel your lights dim down when I turn my mess on.
Yeah, yeah, like when they fire up old Sparky.
Exactly. That's right.
Oh my heavens. That would be I just can't get how hot it was over there, man, on
I know,
Sunday.
right? Oh, so Robert said he flew the what is it, Crescendo Evolution with his son. That's awesome, man. That's a
Sweet.
cool plane. Yeah, I like that myself. I've got the Radiant up here, and I really like that. I've seen Lee Davison and some other guys flying the Night Radiant. I
Mhm.
wouldn't mind having the night one too for night flying. That's pretty. Um,
Yeah, cuz I always found myself flying the mall isn't really good at flying at like dark like
yeah.
at because like you can fly it at dusk no problem, but since it doesn't have like the lights are not at the wingtips, and so when you're going away from you don't have no lights until you turn
Oh,
left and right. Unlike the timber is on the edge.
yeah.
Um, but I always flew the timber at night. Always flew the timber at night. Loved it.
Okay. Let's see, what's RC Informer saying? I said, Mike, Steve can fly. He's my secret weapon. Been
Keeping
keeping
him in
him
reserve.
reserved.
So,
I hear you, man.
hey, Rich,
He's
is Steve possibly going to Wesley's fly-in? Because hopefully we can go, and that's something we have touched based on, but we haven't made any uh, sure plans yet
yeah.
as far as we go. But I did order the hardware for the new, finally for the new project I'm working on for the RC planes. This is kind of one that can kind of go against, not go against, but it's for all of them.
Dave's
Which
RC said, maiden flight, the Ultimate 3D. Finally tomorrow. He got new wing struts after the cat ate his first ones.
Oh, I remember
Man,
about that because I think it was live.
you get them back in about 48 hours, man. Just hang out.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
So,
Dave, Dave's RC, did you ever fly your P-51 gas? Because I saw the video um, of a gentleman flying one. I thought it was yours. Um, but at the same time, I was working too.
didn't Dave say at one point he was going to sell his?
Yeah, I thought he said he did, but I don't know if he actually did or not.
I don't know. That was a beautiful airplane, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Big, too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The
Huge. Huge.
That's huge.
Did he ever fly the Beast? Didn't he get the Beast? You ever get that one up in the air?
The beast.
Yeah, the bi-wing. That was a
Oh, the
big
black.
too.
That's Josh has that.
Yeah.
RC Weaver, Josh Weaver.
Yeah.
He has it. I tell you what I learned today. If you go and you want to cut Teflon, PTFE with a laser, yeah, it makes toxic fumes that can kill you.
Well, that's always fun. Say hello, Mr. Brian Brody, guys. Brian actually had a flight this weekend of what was that, the Arrows?
Yeah, it was the blue, like the little blue Cub. Great looking plane. A lot of daggone detail to it.
Yeah, he flew that this weekend, guys, and he flew it off safe. First flight, he did a fantastic job, and I'm just going to say congratulations to Brian because he's working on getting off safe. It's a hard habit to break, guys. If you ever start it, it's hard.
Yeah.
But he's done a great job, and that's a beautiful little plane. That was actually, let's see, I can tell you exactly because I got it right here. That was the Arrows 1100 millimeter RCJ3 is what that was. Um, and like I said, very nice looking, very detailed plane, guys. A lot of detail around the cowl, the motor, um, and Brian flew it exceptionally well. Um, he said he was nervous. I couldn't tell it because he did a great job. And Dustin actually filmed it, so we'll be coming out with that video as well. Turned out really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, we'll be having that video up soon, Brian. So you can check that out. But that's my learning to fly series. I told Brian he ought to get the Habu, and I need to get Horizon Hobby to send me that Habu so I can get him up on that. Because from what I've seen with Pilot Ryan flying that with a guy at his field, it's pretty easy for beginners up to advanced pilots. And told Brian he ought to get it. And I'd love to do some video with that for Horizon as well and show that one. Because I think it'd be a great jet for him to have.
Yeah, Joseph Lundblad. Yeah, those tubes that you're talking about that come. It's the part that's between the extruder and the hot end. A lot of guys will go to metal tips and replace that tube. Um, gives you better. Does give you better performance. Because believe it or not, your filament is actually an abrasive. So depending on how much you print, I don't know if you know this, or you may know it already since you have 3 printers and 1 in reserve. Um, just kind of an FYI on that. Yeah, because I called up a shop and I was like, hey, because mostly what I actually cut is acrylic, and for an item I make, and I was like, hey, I've got a customer who wants me to cut some Viton and some Teflon, which is PTFE. He's like, do not do it unless you have like this type of level of filtration system, which is not a fan blowing out. It's almost like a HEPA filtration system, like you would have like in a body shop in the paint booth type thing. And I'm like, no, I ain't got none of that. Like, why can't I just like blow it out? And he goes, no, because it will linger inside the machine, and when you go to open it, now you contaminate your area. My workshop is actually fairly small. It's 25 by 30, or excuse me, 20 by 30. So as he kept talking about it, I kept getting more nervous and apprehensive about it. 'Cause the last thing I want is this toxic fume in the shop. And I hate it because my friend, for his company, it could have been like a lucrative deal because he's like, we don't care about cost. We need like 6 of these like tomorrow. Like I need this tomorrow. It was going to be at a point where I was going to get the material. He was going to leave his house because he's like 4 hours away. Leave from his house, drive to my shop, hang out to my shop until the material showed up. I was going to cut it and he was going to drive back. It was that type of we need it type thing. And I hate it. I was like, man, I would do it, but I don't. Like I want to, but I don't feel comfortable doing it because of the toxicity. I love this. And I was like, because I called a laser manufacturer and the guy said, do you have this filtration? No, don't do it. It's not worth it. No. Don't do it. No. I was like, what? He started going into detail of what it was, and actually, what really got me is I looked up. And they've got this documentary on YouTube about Teflon, and it took like 20 plus years, but DuPont got sued over the chemical makeup of it because people were getting sick and getting like cancer and stuff like that. It was pretty wild. In it, but yeah, because apparently it's anything that has fluoride in it. When you cut it with a laser, it can come what was it, hydrogen fluoride, and then if you have water, which you have water in the air, humidity, then you make hydrofluoric acid. So that was pretty wild. And, what's up, Pilot Ron? What's going on, my friend?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Had a good crowd here tonight, man. It's been pretty steady. Looks
Absolutely.
awesome. Yeah, enjoying it.
Absolutely.
You got your buddy did good with that Habu, Ryan. That was a good video.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking about possibly getting one for my friend that I'm helping to fly. That looked really nice, man. I told him, matter of fact, just Sunday he ought to consider getting that jet, um, and getting it up in there. And after watching your video today, I think I'm gonna try to convince him to go ahead and get it from Horizon.
Yeah,
Definitely
that
go through
definitely was a sweet
things.
video that Ryan put up, and it just shows like how I don't say necessarily like how easy it is to fly, but how well it can help somebody progress quickly when you have somebody like Pilot Ryan or like yourself, Jeff. You know, beside the person teaching them what to do and how to do it.
Right.
Um,
Well, the biggest thing is like Ryan was saying though, to his friend, basically try to get out of intermediate as soon as you can because you don't get that bank angle and you don't get that elevator, so you got to make wider turns and you've got to be thinking all the time about your flight path, which is a good thing because it teaches you to plan out your flight path, but um, you don't have the ability to come around as quickly until you get into intermediate and advanced modes. Um, so that's the thing. The sooner you can get out, because that's what my friend's having a problem with. He learned on safe by himself. I've been working with him, and he's doing great. But at the end
yeah.
of the day, he's so dependent on safe that he's scared to death to come off of it because he's had a couple of bad experiences. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah, I remember with the Carbon Cub teaching myself, and I was up high, the whole three mistakes high, and I was watching it go past and flipped it down to like off, like everything off. You are flying the plane, and when I did, it went like almost 90 degrees, like straight down. I was like, whoa, flipped it back, and last thing I want to hit is my parents' house at that point, and lose the plane, which I ended up rebuilding that plane 4 or 5 times.
yeah.
Uh, just doing stupid stuff and learning it. Got
Well,
21 boxes. Wow, dude, that's a lot.
yeah. Ray, you're killing it, man. I
Yeah,
got
dude.
boxes here. Yeah, I got two of your boxes here. I got to get done. Um, but yeah, that's awesome, Ray. I'm glad for you, buddy. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
You got a great product, man. Thank you. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, let's see. I set up Joe with the sim.
And that's a
Yeah,
good
my
thing
friend
too, is the
does have a
sim.
simulator too, Ryan. He's got that. I got him to get that. So he does. He is working with that as well. Um, but and I know there's nothing that compare to real life. And granted, it helps and it teaches some dexterity and some muscle memory. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
there ain't nothing like flying outside with the real deal, man. Um, so yeah, he's doing
No.
good. I'm proud of him though. He actually flew that F-16 because he has it, and I got it dialed in for him, and then he flew it. And you guys saw the video. He did a great job. It scared the bejesus out of him, but he did it, and he didn't crash it. So hats off to him. Um, but he put it down, and he knows he's got to really tighten his skills up because he doesn't want to tear stuff up. Who
Right.
does? Um, so, yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I'm
see if
trying
I
to.
still got this video here. Um, 'Cause I had an issue with my SD cards. I'm pretty sure I got the
See you, Tim. Thanks for coming, buddy.
yeah. One of my micro SD cards went like corrupt, and I can't get it to like uncorrupt itself.
Huh. Yeah, I got to get a new one. I put one in my drone backwards, as you know, on Sunday, and
Oh yeah.
messed it up getting it out. I was going to try to get some drone footage. But anyway,
Habu comes with Sims. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
yeah.
That's pretty slick.
Well, it comes with a radio, so basically, if you
Yeah.
download the software, you got the radio. So it's a great concept, very smart on Horizon's part. Um, Very good marketing ploy there. I like it a lot.
What I do like is that laser nut, and when I say that, Ryan knows what I'm talking about. It's that I think it's from Losi, that like rock crawling.
Yeah,
Well, it's not a
yeah.
rock crawler. It's more of a it's not a trucky. They race them in the Baja races. Um, and I literally just typed in laser nut under YouTube. Um, let's see laser. Oh, RC Sailor's got one. Go figure. But it's a bad looking car. Or rock racer. I think they call it a rock racer.
Pull up any of the video.
Let's see. We can get this guy rolling here.
All good here.
Dennis is like the nut laser.
Well, that was something that somebody said, and like it just stuck with me. To capture.
Get you one and get you one at pilotryanmedia.com.
You know the links. Tell them who sent you.
That's right.
Wait for these stupid ads. Come on, it's one of those ads that doesn't skip.
Oh God.
And not to get political tonight, have you noticed on YouTube there's a lot of like really political ads, but it's mostly Democratic like political ads?
Yeah.
They had a survey, and I went took the survey just to see what questions they were asking, and it was like they're forcing you to answer like the way they want you to answer.
Yeah, shocker, right?
Alright, is this it? This is my boy RC, this thing is like cool with LED lights in it and stuff. Plus, blue's my favorite color.
Yeah. There you go. Oh yeah.
Check that phone gun out.
Sweet, man. Got like B-locks.
Yeah, Will, Wild Bill, I do watch that from time to time. I love how the body like lifts up, like pivots up.
Yeah, that's sweet.
The hub color, that's what makes it, man.
I like
That
that
gold
too.
and bronze, heck yeah. But I've always been different when it comes to cars and colors like that.
What is this going off of? What's the pack?
I think this you can use a 3 or 4S.
It's good footage with the FPV. I like it.
Or maybe running like a run cam.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Thought I saw a GoPro on the front of it too.
Oh, he's about to send it.
That's cool.
Rockin' was like, that's some pimpin' music.
James. Good point, James. He said paint it.
What?
James said paint it. You don't like the color. Amen. Right on, brother. Yeah, he is getting ready to send this thing.
There he goes. gonna have to buy me one.
Remember one of these channels called Redneck Racers or something like that?
They're probably either filmed in Lower Alabama near Jeff, or they're filmed in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But he's a gentleman that has the. He bought one of the first Caterpillar RC controlled skid steers. Back when I worked at Caterpillar in hydraulics, we had the issue where.
Okay, what I found interesting about this Superman ramp is that I could not bring it all the way around. Even though I stayed on full throttle, I could not actually make it do a backflip. That's why I landed in the long grass.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I was kind of curious about that. But the Corvette Museum.
Built to be a basher is built to be a rock racer, but I figured everybody would want me to hit the Superman ramp. Isn't that right? They're all leaving a like click right now. Boom, 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 boom. Don't hit it too many times though, because that means then you unliked it. So only hit the like button once, but hit the subscribe button once, hit the bell once, then hit the bell again to get all notifications. Then tap your head and rub your belly and jump on one leg or whatever, and you might get to see one of our videos when it's released. Woo!
That cat, he's always
on the
cool.
wheels. It was on its wheels. I made it back.
He's actually got some heavy equipment like excavators that are all metal and use electric pumps and motors, and they cost like $2,000 to $3,000, something like $4,000. But they operate like a real hydraulic system, which is nuts, right? And he's putting these together. I'm drooling over here because it's just so cool. I can't afford one, but it's pretty cool what he does. Because they have their own like YouTube Gold Rush. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, YouTube Gold.
Oh.
But so they had a Corvette museum that had a sinkhole that developed underneath the museum. So all these high-end collector Corvettes went into the sinkhole. And the last thing you want to do is put somebody in the sinkhole or operator with machinery in it. So they brought in a Caterpillar RC controlled skid steer. And when I left Caterpillar, we were looking at the mini hexes, and this mini hex you could drive it through your standard door, which is 36 inches. So a machine that say is 34 inches wide, and then when you got to your destination, the tracks would widen out. You put the bucket down and put your blade down and lift up the frame, and then your tracks could deploy outward to give you a wider stance, so you have more stability. Of course, and it was RC controlled, and that was fun. I did get to operate that.
Hey, Dustin. We need to send Wild Bill some boiled peanuts from North Kakalaki, because obviously Wild Bill boiled peanuts. Let me tell you something, buddy. Boiled peanuts are off the chain. Okay, I'm just saying, man. They're especially if you get them fresh, where somebody's doing them right now.
Right. Versus like the convenience store type.
Yeah. I'm telling you, boiled peanuts are awesome, man.
Yeah. I was like, I got a friend, a machinist friend in Arizona, and I have got to ship him some sweet tea. He rolled through because they don't have Bojangles. He rolled through here. He's big into motorcycle and doing the what they call the Iron Ash Challenge, which is where you have to do so many miles in so many hours, and you take receipts every time you fill up, and a picture with a timestamp on it. So you can get basically, and it's the honor system, and you get a badge, right? You can put on your vest or sticker or what have you. Anyhow, he rolled through and got some Bojangles sweet tea, and he's like, that tea is like cocaine in a cup.
McDonald's has normally got some good sweet tea around here too, man. It's like syrup in a cup, you know?
So he sent me a T-shirt.
Dennis Farley said he's never had boiled peanuts either, man. You don't know what you're missing, Dennis. I'm telling you, if you like peanuts,
yes,
these are off the chain, buddy. I'm just telling you.
Look at these cute little things. Ain't this just precious? It's like pocket-sized peanut butter jar.
What's that?
Oh, here, look at the other camera. There you go.
Oh, Lord. God.
My wife got me these. I'm like, oh, that's like, I can take that to work.
Cute.
Snack on.
Cute. Man.
Joseph Jim saying he hasn't had them in like 15 years.
Wow. Yeah, bull peanuts. You get a lot of them in the mountains around here, especially this fall coming up. People going to the mountains, they're boiling them on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's that apple time of year. Fall's coming, you can get some good apples in the mountains. Yeah, I love going to the mountains in the fall, man. You get some good stuff there. It's what they call hillbillies.
Yeah. Careful now. Half my family's
Hey.
hillbillies, and the other
Hey, I
half are like they're hillbilly, but they're not like they're close, but not quite.
Ain't nothing wrong
Dave's
with
our
hillbillies.
he just got the fact that I eat peanut butter like out of the jar. Man, I'm always eating peanut butter out of the jar because I'm the only one here that eats peanut butter. So I'm like, I ain't putting it on a plate. Like, this is me, buddy.
Peanut butter poupon. Peanut butter
Right?
poupon. Say
Yeah, peanut butter on your egg rolls is awesome. I love it.
yeah, peanut butter on a saltine cracker, Mr.
Mhm.
George, is off the chain.
What's up, Paul Hatcher, my friend?
What's up, Paul?
But,
How you doing, man? We need to get up there and fly with Paul, or he needs to come here because Paul is not very far from us. He's actually in Kinston, man.
Mhm.
He's 30 minutes from Greenville. So we definitely need to get Paul down here and flying with us some.
Yeah, let me show the this is the red and black one here. We're kind of doing a walk around on it. Now this one has like the carbon fiber on the roof and the front cowl.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Well, Kenny, you're just different. Okay, you're special. And now special.
Oh, he's special, all right.
You got Sean here. You got Dave here from Discount Hobbies. That's where this car is on loan
That is
from
sweet
today
looking,
for us
man.
to
I
check
gotta
out
say, I do like
and
it.
try and get maybe some
See?
new perspective
See?
that guys haven't
I do
shown
like
yet.
it. I
know
will
there's a
say,
few
I do
videos
like
floating
it.
around.
And Ron
Unfortunately,
Ayers here in
you
Greenville's
don't
got
get to
a
run this
killer
one yet today.
dirt track.
It's not on release.
It is nice.
But guess what? It's already
Is that
on my
Bobby's
hit
Hobbies?
list.
Is that
I'm
what we're
putting my
looking at?
deposit down.
What's that now?
Is that guy have on a shirt that said
Yeah,
Bobby's
this is Bob
Hobbies or Bobby's RC?
Discount hobbies.
Oh, okay. What's the price tag on that one?
I think it's 450, 470,
Oh,
but it's a ready to run, so it's like has everything. Radio system, like it's just add battery and go.
okay.
Few shots of the panels off here. We can't pop the panels off the car today. Probably get into that.
You gotta have hard pack.
Apparently Kenny doesn't like boiled peanuts.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Anything else in the box?
What?
Nice side view of each.
So you know what we have to do if we go down to Florida? We're gonna have to gang up on Kenny, hold him down, and like just like make him eat boiled
you know
peanuts
what?
until he likes it.
He would have a peanut allergy. We'd kill him.
Oh God! Hey, look,
You get a jar of peanut butter within 10 feet of him, we'd kill him. You know what I mean?
free planes for everybody.
Kenny died due to a peanut allergy.
No, COVID.
Yeah, we think it was COVID, exactly.
He died from too much foam tack.
He couldn't breathe, man, so it had to be COVID. You know what I mean?
So we can roll this in. And this thing's
Oh,
red.
that's too.
That's all I gotta say. And huge 5.7-inch tires.
I think Dustin said it's a 4-cell, Dave, and I guess they got to be hard packs. So you'd have to buy a different battery for it. It is sweet though, isn't it?
Oh hell, I had my Sensen. I didn't bash it like jump it, but I rolled it a lot. Oh, that son of a gun's got a sway bar in the back.
No, really?
It's killer. Yeah. It's got a sway bar linkage.
Is that carbon fiber body?
It's just more paint, I believe.
Okay.
Damn, Mike, I hate to hear it. Mike Keller's father passed away tonight.
Sorry about that, Mike.
Damn, dude.
Hate to hear that,
Thoughts?
bud.
We're thinking about you, man.
Yes, sir.
The overall size.
I mean, we can get a tape. We can get a tape.
How's it going, Keith?
Measuring the operator.
So the wheel,
Center wheel.
center wheel is like 16 inches.
We got roughly 15 inches of wheelbase. Overall length from tire.
That is pretty cool, man. That'd be fun if we all got together and had one of those. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Overall length.
give them fire ants hell.
Hell, you could probably launch a glider with that. You pull it behind it, man, so the glider takes off. Wouldn't that be killer?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's pretty close in size.
Either that or put the glider on top of it until you get enough speed, and then it, you just lift off the top. That'd be cool, man.
It's like, hey man, anything's possible.
Well, watch Ryan. Ryan will be trying to figure out how to do that next, man. Ryan will have the crescendo sitting on top of this damn thing. So you'll have laser nut crescendo.
laser nut crescendo. Oh lord. Mm.
Watch what I'm telling you. It'll happen.
Well, Kenny was thinking that the next release is going to be a what was it, a hurricane
Yeah.
from Flatline.
Uh-huh.
He's like, he has a hurricane there and has a picture in the back. Like, it's got to be that. I hope he's right, because there was some naysayers like, nah. So I hope he's right. But
Kyle Ryan said, "Shh, be quiet. You'll make me want one."
it's like, hey,
look, Ryan,
all thing
making
you have to
me
do is
want
hit that speed dial.
Yeah, really. He's making me want one, man. I told him the other day. I said,
I wanted one. Look, I hardly ever read Horizon Hobby's email blast because it's email blast, and I got tons of emails again a day.
Yeah, I
But
got
then,
it.
I don't know why. I just happened to click on this, and now I'm just like, huh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. And then I saw the red and black one. I'm like, that's cool because it's got the carbon fiber aspect to it. You know, it's not real carbon fiber, but it's got that aspect to it, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I need that. Like, I need another hole in the head.
It's like a vortex pulling you in, man. It's
It's
gotta
like that black hole.
gotta hit that button. You know, it's like damn.
See, like Robert, 15 out of 10 people die from COVID.
15
True.
out of 10. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Oh man.
So, do you not have this one yet, Ryan? I figured Ryan would have had that one by now, man.
Oh,
Thing is pretty sweet. I'm telling you, man, the crescendo behind it on the ground or either on top of it, take off, and the crescendo takes off the top. Epic video, man. Just saying, you're selling two birds in one stone. Okay?
Boom.
Just saying. Yeah. Mic drop, as you said, okay? Getting it done.
yeah. Cause here we go. Let's go to the Horizon page real quick.
I like the blue, I think. If I had to make it blue, I mean, I like the blue.
I mean, it's right. There's your red,
yeah.
blue, red. I don't know, man. I'd be.
No,
Excuse
they're
me.
both sweet. That'd be one of the things where you flip a coin, man, because I think you couldn't go wrong either way, you know?
Yeah. I think I'd probably go with the blue one. For me.
I like the blue myself, yeah. I think blue's sweet.
Blue's my favorite color.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Well, it would look good with that white and gold crescendo sitting on top of it. You know? Just saying, you know? Just saying. Think about it, man. That'd be a cool damn video, though, man. Really, you know?
It would. You know what'd be really cool is if somebody made a like a scale, not necessarily scale, but wire trap for, like, say an F-18, like a tow hook,
Yeah.
come down and grab it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty slick.
Yeah.
Right on, Dave. Well, I hope you get things situated. I can't wait to for the video. I'm curious as what happened to your F-18. Apparently it went in. Like he crashed it, but it looked like it was only the fuse that needed to be replaced, and it was like the nose area.
He said he was nose heavy, didn't he? Or was he tail? I mean, what he?
Honestly, I don't know. I
One
watch
of
so
the
much
two,
YouTube,
I
I
think he
can't
said.
keep up.
Yeah, I think it was one of the two, and his son was flying it actually. Um, Maybe it was tail heavy, and
Hmm.
Dave said he probably got it to the ground if it had been him flying it. But his son Tyler, I believe, was flying it, and Dave said he did. It's kind of like what happened to James. When James was flying the F-18 and it kind of started doing this kind of thing.
Right.
Uh, that's what happened with Tyler, I believe, according to Dave, and he couldn't get control of it. But I think Dave said he handled it for a while, kind of like James did, and just got the best of him. Which that's a pain, guys. What's the old saying? A nose heavy plane flies twice. A tail heavy plane flies once.
Once.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, my phone like just blew up with emails. I was making sure there's nothing for work.
I hope you guys all watched Dustin's maiden of the Mirage Sunday. He did a great job. Looked really nice. We had a great day for flying. It was
Other
hot.
than the temperature, yeah, yeah, dude. Like I had brought 3 bottles of frozen water and like do the whole stack thing where you get like frozen water, refrigerated drinks, then more frozen water to keep everything cool. And two of them had in a matter of like an hour because it was so hot they were
Yeah.
unfrozen.
We had a lot of planes out there Sunday. We had my friend Brian O'Barron Walker had his F-22. Dustin had his F-22.
Hmm.
Uh, Dustin had the Mall, which he sold to my friend Brian. Um, let's see, what else do we have? We had Bill that had the Viper. He had the A6. I had my F-16, my F-7F I flew.
Hmm.
Uh, God, plus I had my trailer full of stuff, but so many planes, so little time as always. That's the problem. But I still think the highlight of the day, man, was watching my buddy fly that BVM Bobcat, man. That's just,
Yeah, just the sound of like as it's sitting there
yeah,
spooling up and
you can't
God.
help but getting just Woodrow when you hear
Hmm.
these planes spool up, man, and you smell the fumes and you hear the scream of the turbine. It's just like, wow, it's awesome. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah, that was something else. And I've seen some turbines fly, but that was just up close and personal, and that's what made it so great.
Yeah. You ought to see him fly his F-18, and then he's got a great big um, Arctic Camo F-16, man, that's even bigger than the F-18 by BVM.
Oh really?
Uh, yeah, his Arctic Camo is big. It's the aggressor scheme, just like my 90 millimeter is up here. And his F-18 by BVM is a desert camo, and it is smoking hot. And it's a big jet too, but the F-16 is even bigger. So he's got some sweet jets, man. But he's got all the
Sweet.
electrics too, so he loves the electrics as well.
Yeah, I may have to. Part of me says, "Hey, I should keep the money in my pocket," but the other part of me is like, I gotta replace that plane, or I've gotta get a or that laser nut.
Damn,
Oh man.
just sounds funny, doesn't it? Oh Lord.
Yeah, wow, Bill. So he flew the GP Ultimate Tail Heavy, almost lost it. It was all I could do to get it on the ground.
I tell you something though, guys. As far as a Cadillac and a sweet flying airplane, I don't care if it's flight line or if it's FMS, they've got to both fly, I'd say, relatively the same. The F7F Tiger Cat guys, uh, I think if I'm like Rich Baker in that aspect, I think if I had to, I don't know, I say choose a plane that I could fly in just about any conditions, that flew like it was on rails, presented well, was a crowd pleaser, and just, I don't know, looks amazing. It's big. That would definitely be the Tiger Cat. I have the flight line. I'd love to have the FMS. I think the FMS is beautiful, especially with the gear and it's a little bit bigger. I like the fact that it only flies off of one pack versus two in the flight line. But other than that, guys, I mean, Dustin's seen mine. It's my go-to airplane, man. I don't care how windy it is. I don't care how much crosswind there is. I will break out that Tiger Cat and fly it in just about any conditions. And it never lets me down. It's like it's on rails. I can't believe you don't have one, man. As good as you love a twin-engine airplane, I'm almost I'm blown back that you don't have one.
I know. It's sorry, a friend just sent me something on Facebook. He's crazy. Yeah, with a flight line, I dare to say I like it. Price point, seniors, great, beautiful plane. I don't mind the twin packs. They do make 8S packs, so I'd be curious if you could just get an 8S pack and just kind of wire everything together, right? Because with prop planes, you don't have that high of amp draw. Of course, go through the right protocols to make sure that you're not that the battery can support the amps, of course. But that's kind of something I've kind of been curious about if that's even possible or feasible to do.
I wouldn't see why it wouldn't, because you're flying basically 8S. Or just, I don't see why you couldn't take both the ESCs and bring them down to one plug and then plug one plug into two battery packs, like some of these jets. You know.
You can, but like you want to make sure, like if each conversation is if each prop at full throttle needs 50 amps, that means you need a minimum of 50 amps plus a safety buffer. So you want to make sure your battery can support, say 120 amps, just to have you a safety buffer.
I will tell you this, and this is every flight consistently. I can fly that plane for 7 minutes, and when I land it, every single time, one pack reads about 380 to 383. The other pack reads about 390. So one ESC is working a little bit harder than the other, and I don't know if it's the one that controls the gear. I'm not sure. I haven't really checked into it, but it's every single time.
It's got to be the. Excuse me, guys. It had to be the one that's controlling the. That's powering the actual servos and the receiver and all that, is what I would imagine. But that's a pretty. No, I've seen you fly that. I could see that. I could see that because you're talking about 0.6 of a volt.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, 0.06 of a volt difference. Hundredths. Well, I can't believe I just said that. I sit here and think about it. I'm a machinist.
Well, they don't never come down at the same. They always come down one higher than the other. Always. Every single.
Yeah, that's because it's power in the. I've noticed that even with the F-14, but I can't remember what the ratings were. I'm not gonna lie about it. But yeah, it's because of what's power in the receiver and the servos.
Paul, I can tell you, man, you're gonna love that Tiger Cat. I've got the gyro in mine, and that plane, it just flies incredibly well. It's like rock solid, and it'll withstand any winds, crosswind, up to 15, 20 miles an hour. It doesn't seem to matter. The only thing I do different with winds is I don't use flaps, because that plane will float with winds, especially a headwind. It'll float. But yeah, other than that, it's and I'll tell you something else too, guys. To me personally, I have the Free Wing A10. and George Watts just chimed in on that, so he probably knows what I'm talking about, especially if he has an F7. Um, my A10 to me flies almost identical to my F7F Tiger Cat. They're almost the same size as far as wingspan, wing loading. Um, they almost fly identical. One's just a turbine, and that's just my opinion. And I don't know if George would agree with that, but to me, they're identical flyers for the most part.
So when are you gonna order the HSD F16 in the Arctic camo?
I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't like the color they use for the Arctic camo. It's almost the white almost looks like a gray blue. It doesn't look like mine up here, which is a true white, a true gray, and a true black. The first one they made, the color was perfect on it. I liked it. The B2 that they've come out with, and other guys have said it too. It's not just me. That the color is not the same. It's different. It's not a true white. I don't know. It's just I don't like the color of it. It's something about it. It's just I love an F-16. It's just, and I could change it, but who wants to buy a plane that costs what that does to have to turn around and paint the damn thing? You know?
Right.
I am using in my F7F flight line, Paul, if that's what you're asking, I am using 4000s. I have 36s that I fly in it as well. I get about 6 minutes of flight time. And I fly 4000s in it as well, and I get 7 to 7.5 minutes depending on throttle management. So yeah, and I'm flying Admirals in those because I bought them when I bought the plane. That's what I bought. So either one flies great, all the way forward, either battery pack, you know, and you're going to get a great CG. You don't even have to think about a CG in that airplane. It flies really well.
But like James said, you can paint it. But that'd be so
Well,
hard, like to paint the white, because you just don't like the white color, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it would, and I could mask it off, man. But again, you're talking $1,000 airplane. Then you're talking a $250 Cortex gyro system. Then you're talking 4 batteries. You're up to $1,500. I just ain't feeling. I'd buy the T-33 first. I think being that it's a little bigger, it's 120 millimeter versus 105.
Right.
I'd buy the T-33, I think, in the silver and gold scheme before I would buy the F-16. And that's just me, because I love my free wing F-16. I love it. It's beautiful. That's just me. I think I would go with the T-33 first. Yeah. Yeah, Hamilton's
Hamilton T-33 all day.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a bigger jet, man. And it's got to be probably a little more docile, probably flies a little stabler than, or more stable than the F-16, I would think. That's my thoughts. Yeah, that's what I would do if I were going to spin it. But now, you know, the T-33 is 1,200, but I don't think from everybody I've seen fly it doesn't need a gyro. So, you know, you're still going to be around 1,500 with batteries, but still you're getting a bigger plane, 120 millimeter versus 105. Don't have to paint it. It looks great right out of the box. Don't have to do nothing to it. Boom, winner. That's just me.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Amen, brother. And I'm going to have to see that new MiG, man, the tail section, before I decide which scheme I want on it. I like the Tiger.
I love that Tiger.
I may like it without it first. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at it and just kind of really evaluate and see what I think in person. That's going to be the telltale. You know, everything looks better in person. So, yeah, you know, you never tell. What's up, Deuces? How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here tonight, man. You've been doing some good flying yourself here lately, bud. Digging the videos. You loving the MiG-21, man. Good to see it.
Wow, that password is just crazy. I'm signing up for Twitch because Alpha's got his podcast going on right now.
Yeah, I did see that, James. And that's why I say I like that. So until, like I said, until I see it in person, to know if I want to cover that up, or if it's something I might want to fly a little while, get used to it, and then change it up. You know, you got options that way. That's what's cool about it. I do like having the ability to switch it up, get a different look. Um, so yeah, I think that's cool. I like it a lot, and it's pretty cool with Motion RC guys to give you the option for free. And
Absolutely.
you know, they're doing that on a lot of planes, guys. They're giving us sometimes up to 3 schemes on one airplane for free, and I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, because you all know what Cali charges for a scheme. So hats off to Motion RC for giving us those decals, because I'll tell you guys, I saved my decals because I might use something on a different plane, a number, a star, a bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So yeah, I'm all about Motion giving the different decals. Thanks, that's great, James. Pass that along, buddy, please.
Absolutely, especially that Tiger, man. That is on that back vert. That is sweet. I do love that a lot. But I don't have to sit out on that release. Just I need more tools, more tooling.
Sure.
I just can't wait to see it fly. I can't wait to see yours fly.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it fly too, man. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be
As good as Patrick flew it. I mean, it looks. It's kind of like, you know, this MiG. I mean, all the MiGs I'm seeing lately, the Arrows, this one, now the free wing. I mean, all of them seem to behave very well. I'm digging the fact that the free wing has the big gear, bigger than the A10, which is going to be excellent for grass. And I'll tell you, that's another thing, guys. You know, I'm a fan of HST products, even though I don't own one. But it's a shame that F-16 or the T-33, either or, from what I've seen or whatever, doesn't really want to give you much of a warranty if you're flying off grass.
Well, Andy did come back and say it's going to be case by case. I get both spectrums of it, from a business standpoint and from a consumer standpoint. Because hell, it's like Horizon Hobby. They one of their I won't go into the detail. I think I still got the email where he's like, our EDFs are not geared toward grass. This one about landing gear. This is about the EDFs themselves. When I had an issue with the F4, which kind of, you know, raised an eyebrow, but it is what it is.
Yeah, James said he didn't even let Patrick open it up, so that'll be good to see.
Mine.
I love the 6000s myself, so that's definitely what I'll probably be going with. So it's good to know you guys are going to do that too, and see what she'll do. I think it's just going to be a great flying jet. I mean, look, the other day when we were watching it live, you could hear Patrick coming out of the power totally, and this thing was just gliding. And I was even telling my friends as we were watching it, I was like, man, you've got to get good flight times out of this thing, the way he's just gliding. I said, he's not even coming into the power until he's past himself on the field, and he wasn't even at high speed when he was doing that. So yeah, I mean, you've got to get good flight times on this thing. So I'm excited about that. That'll be awesome.
That'd be pretty sick.
You know, if we can get to 50 subscribers allows me to unlock. I'm new to this Twitch thing, so I'm just learning about it. The theory is that 50 subscribers allows me to unlock.
It's nerve-wracking when you only get one.
Perks.
Yeah. James said I need two.
And have
Yeah.
contests
So do I, man. We all need a test model. You know what I mean?
So I didn't catch it, James. Did you fly it, or was it all Patrick?
James hasn't flown it yet.
Oh, he hasn't.
No.
Look, I can see that. Like,
All of those sort of
you're wrecking the announcement, and it would take another month to get another one in minimum.
So at
Yeah.
minimum,
The last thing you want to do is have those close-up shots so you can see the creases and stuff in it. So yeah, I get the pressure.
out of the blue, there were 54
Mhm.
people watching.
Well,
We all need to let everyone.
there's nothing wrong
Watching's cool, but
with admitting that either. I think that's a great
Nah.
thing.
and
That says a lot for James.
If I can get
Um,
50,
Hey, I'm the same way.
it's sort of
Even
a
still with the A10,
hour.
right? And the F14,
Yeah.
I'm like, this ain't your mom and bop's like little $300-400 jet. No,
Ideally, I'd like to get.
when it gets over $500, I'm like, but funny
Yeah,
thing
no.
is, the F22, I'm not like that. The F22, I'm like,
I'm
we can roll out with it.
But again, F-22 is a different flight envelope, you know, and you know it's gonna fly pretty well. It's kind of like the F-16 up here, you know, by E-Flight. You know, granted, it ain't that expensive, and plus too, it flies incredibly well. You're not scared to death of it. So yeah, I mean, you know what planes have got a great flight envelope. But even those can have a mishap. You know?
Amen, James. I get you, buddy. He has access to Bob Ross. Why in the F would I be painting anything?
That's right. Ditto.
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna start using that now. Compare everything to Bob Ross. And if you don't know who Bob Ross is, because you're,
Yeah, right.
I don't know the
He was an
generation.
artist.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying like the generation under me,
Oh, you don't know Bob Ross. Don't even act like you know Bob Ross.
dude. Oh, this is not a mistake. This is just some birds. Like, we don't make mistakes. Type
We need a
thing.
little tree over here. We need a little happy tree.
Dude, I remember.
Get that big
I used
afro.
I used to watch him. He was a Vietnam vet. I used to watch him in the mornings eating my waffles. I never forget.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. G.B. Linden?
You got my leggings yet?
Yeah, and shower shoes. Gotta have shower shoes, man.
GB soap on a rope.
That's
To go with your shower shoes.
right.
Pearl Jam, that's Fusion 360. I've got on my other monitor. I've got the Alpha, just kind of just eyeballing what he's doing. But dang, Mike is dating himself back in the 70s. Sorry, I had to call you out. Sorry about that.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Mike,
GB, I sent you a shirt and a camera.
Baby.
I want some leggings.
Yeah. I'm 54 today, Mike, so I ain't feeling for you, brother. 54 today, okay?
Oh, it's too funny.
Happy to be here, too, as a matter of fact. Kind of old. Is that like a little bit pregnant?
A little bit pregnant. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh,
All right,
Lord.
brother,
Well, let's. I was about to say, let's kind of wrap this thing up because I've got some models to do tonight and some cam to do, so I can do some machining first thing in the morning before we actually open up. George Watch, you're 63. I did not know that. And Paul Hatcher's next EDF is gonna be 810. Roach Coach is 54 and young. I'll be 33 in November. Yes,
GB says he's
GB,
stuck
we
on
know
that.
you're 12. Laser nut! Ha 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 ha! You didn't just, y'all just didn't see that. This is why you. I'm 33, but I need a safety officer here. I'm sitting here spinning scissors, and then it came off my finger and almost hit me.
Thank you for coming by, James.
Hey,
We
stop
appreciate
being
it always, buddy. See you Friday.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it, man. See what you can do with that thing. Ring it out, buddy.
Reckon boy called me a fucking pup. Man, you see this abuse I get? Man.
Hey, well, look, I did tell my son. I said I could be his dad.
And the thing is, your son could be my son. So
Ain't
you
no
could be a
doubt,
grandpa,
yeah. Exactly.
and then Tara
That's
could
right.
be my wife. My cougar.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, James. I appreciate it, buddy. Just happy to be here. Another one, man. Hope to see you one more.
Yeah. Let me hit on this before we leave real quick, Mike. The Mirage. The Mirage is a different beast than what I'm used to, right? Because it's a Delta. The rates on the book are out of spec as far as the ailerons go. And when somebody like Chris Wolf says it's going to be a drill bit, the guy that doesn't fly with Expo, I take that really into consideration. So when I maiden it, I had ailerons on one switch, elevator on a different switch, and had triple rates. People were saying you needed 10 millimeter of throw. However, I felt like I wanted more, so I had 10, 14, and 17, and I kept them at like 14 for throws for the elevator. The ailerons, I think I had them at 4, 6, and 8, and even that's 2 millimeters, you could definitely tell a difference in it. And my Expo was 30% for ailerons, 25 for elevator. I had some setup issues because I was using a Lemon satellite receiver. I didn't have the gyro on. We had good winds at the altitude we were flying in, so I was kind of fighting that. All in all, I love the challenge because it's something new, and love the capability of the plane. The plane is just balls out, just fast, but you don't have to fly it that fast. I was only flying at like a half throttle, and I should have heeded my own personal advice of I was trying to trim it out, and I realized that I was getting this little bit of roll in the turns due to the elevator not the elevator, excuse me, the rudder not being trimmed. And I noticed it as I flew it over me that it was tracking to the left. So once I got that trimmed, it was about time to land, so I didn't get good preparation to land. Came in hot. And that's when I was like, hey, this is mostly luck. This was not 10% skill, mostly luck. So, would I buy it again? Absolutely. But it's one of those things where you're going to have to fly it to get more used to it. Nothing bad to say, other than it's small, but going into it that it's small, so it keeps you on your toes. And I like those planes. Keeps you on your edge of your seat, right? For when you want to have that type of that maiden. But yeah, I mean that's all I got. I don't know if you have any
I just wanted to quickly say hello to Captain Photon. He's been MIA for a while.
Where's he been at?
I don't know, man, but I've
I
missed
see him on
seeing him in here. I'm glad to have him tonight. And seriously, man, it's good having you back. Good to see you're cracking the good old jokes. I miss seeing you in here all the time and in the other shows. Yeah, just miss hanging with you, buddy. So I hope you're doing well, taking care of yourself, and glad to have you. Thanks for coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks all
Deuces.
you guys for all the birthday
Thanks,
wishes. I appreciate it.
And George. Very cool. Well, Captain Photon, I hate to do this to you, but we're about to get off here. I gotta do some work. I gotta get some work done. But I appreciate all you guys coming out. Thanks for watching the Maiden, and we'll be here on Jeff's channel next week, and we'll have some exciting stuff lined up. Hope to be coming out with a new product by the end of the week. Hoping. But I'll see you guys. Everybody have a great week. I hope all you guys be safe with all the craziness out there. And that's all I got, buddy. Oh, and of course, I've already told you happy birthday. So, funny story. And my camera's got beer goggles on again. It don't matter. So, I was on Facebook Marketplace. Yes, the dumpster fire Facebook. Looking for some metal storage containers, maybe an older toolbox or something, because I need some more storage. Well, somehow like bras, like used bras popped up. And so I sent the link to Jeff, like used bras. I'm like, hey man, here, go buy yourself something nice and comfortable.
Hell yeah, night out on the
Oh, man.
town.
You ain't lying. Meow.
Yeah.
But but awesome
Yeah,
guys. So be sure tomorrow to check out Ethan. I don't know if he's gonna be on or not. But also you got GB London with Hump Day, and we'll catch you cats later.
Yeah,
Everybody
guys,
have a
thanks
good week.
much. Appreciate you being here.
Awesome guys. See y'all. Bye.
See you.